My hydroponic lettuce was dying, yellowed leaves limp and lifeless. It was heartbreaking to see the plants I'd nurtured for weeks suddenly look so defeated, as if all their energy had been drained overnight. The once vibrant greens had faded to a sickly yellow, and every morning I dreaded checking on them, hoping for a miracle that never came. I'd relied on synthetic salt-based nutrients for months, carefully measuring and mixing them into the reservoir. For a while it seemed to work. My plants grew fast and lush, but suddenly, nothing worked. No matter how much I adjusted the formula, the decline continued. Despite perfect pH and EC readings, my system felt sterile, and my plants were suffering. The water was crystal clear, the numbers were right, but the life was missing. It was as if I was following a recipe but missing a key ingredient I couldn't see. Frustrated, I considered giving up. I questioned everything I thought I knew about hydroponics. Was I missing something obvious? Was this just a part of the learning curve, or was I in over my head? Then a friend, a soil gardener, visited. He took one look and said, "You're feeding them but not nourishing them. There's no life in this water." His words hit me hard, making me realize I'd overlooked something fundamental. He explained that soil is alive with microbes that help plants access nutrients. My hydroponic system had none. In soil, there's a whole world of invisible helpers working together, but my water was empty, devoid of that natural support network. He suggested I try an organic liquid fertilizer, something that could bring a bit of that living energy into my sterile setup. Skeptical, but desperate, I flushed the system and mixed in a batch of fish emulsion. The liquid was thick and murky, a far cry from the clear solutions I was used to. I wondered if I was making a huge mistake. The smell was intense, almost overwhelming, but I hoped for the best. I reminded myself that sometimes the best medicine doesn't taste or smell very good. Within a week, the transformation was dramatic. New leaves began to sprout and the old ones regained their color. It was like watching a time-lapse of life returning to my garden. The yellow faded, replaced by vibrant green. The plants looked stronger, more resilient and full of life. My lettuce perked up, leaves unfurling with new energy. It was as if they were finally breathing again, reaching for the light with renewed hope. It was as if they'd finally received a real meal. The difference was night and day, and I couldn't believe I'd missed it for so long. That moment changed everything I thought I knew about hydroponics. I realized that numbers and formulas weren't the whole story. There was a deeper connection to life itself. I realized that a living system, even in water, could make all the difference. The presence of beneficial microbes turned my setup from a lifeless machine into a thriving ecosystem. The lesson: plants need more than just chemicals, they need life in their environment. It's not just about feeding them, it's about creating the right conditions for them to truly thrive. That's when I started my journey into organic hydroponics. I began experimenting with different organic inputs, learning how to balance nutrients and encourage beneficial microbes. It wasn't just about growing food, it was about creating a thriving ecosystem. My garden became a living laboratory full of discovery and wonder. My garden was saved and I was hooked. I felt a new sense of purpose and excitement every time I checked on my plants. Sometimes the answer isn't more technology, it's getting back to nature. Embracing the wisdom of natural systems can transform even the most high-tech garden. And that's where this story really begins, at the intersection of innovation and nature, where every day brings a new lesson in how to help life truly flourish. That turnaround opened my eyes to organic hydroponics. I realized it's not just about nutrients, but about building a living ecosystem in your reservoir. In this guide, I'll show you how organic liquid fertilizers can transform your hydroponic system. We'll cover what they are, why they work, and how to use them. You'll learn about different types, fish emulsion, compost teas, and more. I'll share the pros, cons, and practical tips for success. Organic hydroponics isn't always simple, but the rewards are worth it. Let's dive in and discover how to bring your hydroponic garden to life, naturally. Your plants, and your taste buds, will thank you. So, what is organic liquid fertilizer? Let's break it down. Organic liquid fertilizer is a nutrient-rich solution designed to feed plants, but unlike conventional fertilizers, it's made entirely from natural, renewable sources. It's crafted from decomposed plant matter, animal byproducts, or compost, ingredients that are broken down by natural processes to release their nutrients in a form plants can absorb. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, which are made from industrial chemicals and provide nutrients in a simple, isolated form, organic fertilizers deliver a complex blend of nutrients, organic compounds, and living organisms. This means they nourish not just your plants, but also the beneficial microbes that live in your hydroponic system, creating a thriving ecosystem below the surface. Some common examples include compost tea, which is made by steeping compost in water to extract nutrients and beneficial organisms, and fish emulsion, a potent fertilizer created from liquefied fish parts that's packed with nutrients and trace elements. These organic fertilizers provide not just the essential macronutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, but also a wide range of micronutrients, enzymes, and natural growth hormones that support plant health. In hydroponics, using organic liquid fertilizer is like creating a liquid soil, a living, dynamic environment where roots can thrive and interact with beneficial organisms. Beneficial microbes play a crucial role by breaking down organic matter, unlocking nutrients, and making them available to your plants right when they need them. This microbial activity helps buffer pH, protect against harmful pathogens and disease, and boost nutrient uptake, leading to a more balanced and resilient system. The result? Healthier, more resilient plants that can better withstand stress and produce higher yields. Organic hydroponics is about cultivating a living system, nurturing not just your plants but the entire ecosystem that supports them. Why switch to organic liquid fertilizers? 4 big reasons. First, plant health. Organically fed plants develop stronger roots and natural resistance to pests and disease. Second, sustainability. Organic fertilizers are made from recycled materials, reducing pollution and your carbon footprint. Third, taste and nutrition. Organically grown produce often tastes better and may have more nutrients. Fourth, safety. Organic fertilizers are gentler to handle, with fewer harsh chemicals. You're not just growing food, you're building a healthier, more sustainable system. The benefits go beyond your garden. They're good for you and the planet. That's why I made the switch. Here are my top 4 organic fertilizers for hydroponics. Each one brings something special to your system, and together, they can transform your plant's health and productivity. First up is fish emulsion. Packed with nitrogen and trace minerals, it's fantastic for promoting lush leafy growth, especially in greens like lettuce and spinach. Just be prepared for its strong, fishy smell. Your plants will love it, even if your nose doesn't. Next is seaweed or kelp extract. This natural booster is loaded with micronutrients and plant growth hormones. It not only encourages vigorous root development, but also helps your plants handle stress, like sudden temperature changes or transplant shock. Worm castings tea is another favorite. Brewed from nutrient-rich vermicompost, it's gentle enough for young seedlings and packed with beneficial microbes that support healthy root systems and disease resistance. Compost tea, made by steeping finished compost, introduces billions of good microbes into your hydroponic setup. These microbes help break down nutrients, making them more available to your plants and creating a thriving, living ecosystem. Each of these fertilizers brings unique benefits, so don't be afraid to combine them for a more complete nutrient profile and even better results. Always use filtered products to prevent clogs in your system, and start with diluted solutions to avoid overwhelming your plants, especially if you're new to organic hydroponics. These organic fertilizers work together to create a living, balanced environment, supporting strong roots and vibrant, healthy plants. The result? Healthier roots, faster growth, and harvests that are not only bigger, but also tastier and more nutritious. By choosing organic options, you make your hydroponic garden more natural, sustainable, and ultimately, more rewarding for you and your family. Organic hydroponics isn't without challenges. Clogging is common. Strain fertilizers and use systems like deep water culture to minimize issues. Nutrient levels can vary, so combine different organics for a balanced mix. Microbes need oxygen. Use strong air pumps and plenty of air stones to keep your reservoir bubbling. Watch for biofilm and sludge. Clean your system every week or 2 with a gentle brush and hydrogen peroxide rinse. Be patient. Organics take time to work as microbes establish themselves. Regular maintenance and observation are key. With the right approach, you'll overcome these hurdles. The payoff: a thriving, resilient, and sustainable hydroponic garden. Embrace the process, and your plants will thrive. Organic hydroponics is a lesson in patience and observation. Results aren't instant. Microbes need time to build a healthy ecosystem. Watch your plants closely. Vibrant new growth, white roots, and a fresh, earthy smell mean things are going well. If you notice foul odors or sluggish plants, check oxygen and cleanliness. Your role shifts from nutrient provider to ecosystem manager. Keep water oxygenated, temperatures stable and the system clean, but don't over-sterilize. This hands-on approach connects you deeply to your garden. The reward isn't just a great harvest, it's the satisfaction of nurturing a living system. You'll become a more intuitive, skilled gardener. That's the true magic of organic hydroponics. My story is just one among many. Now, I want to hear yours. Share your experiences with organic hydroponics in the comments. What fertilizers have worked for you? What challenges have you faced? Ask questions, offer advice, and help others troubleshoot. Let's build a community where we learn and grow together. Post photos, share your successes, and don't be afraid to talk about failures. Together we can show the world that organic hydroponics is not only possible, but powerful. Join the conversation, let's grow together.